Good morning.
Good morning.
We're here in our new farmhouse. We haven't started any demoing yet, but we have started clearing out some of the furniture and some of the things that have been left behind. We've been seeing a lot in the comments. A lot of you guys are asking what our plans are, so we wanted to sit down and tell you guys what the plans are here for the new farm and for the house. So our plans are to move here full time. We have some stuff that we need to do to the old farmhouse. We got some renovating we need to do. We're gonna be doing that in phases. The first phase is going to be redo a bathroom and get the bedrooms so we can move in. And then we're gonna have a lot of renovating to do throughout the farmhouse once we're here, and we are excited for that. But before we can do any of that, we also need to get the main pasture ready for all of our livestock. When we move here, we want our livestock coming. So we gotta do everything in phases and thinking like that, like, okay, what can we do to get ourselves here first, minimalist wise, and the animals. So we are excited for that. So the main one will be the bathroom. We want to come in here, renovate the bathroom. We also want to make a nice laundry room. I'm not sure if that's going to be in phase one or not, but then upstairs we need to remove the carpet on the stairs. Then we have to remove all of the carpet, find out what is under the carpet. We believe it is plywood. So we're gonna have plans for the flooring. We'll redo the walls, the ceiling. The major issue that happened up here is the roof leaked at one point. There's a new roof on now, so there's no more leaking. But now we need to come in and take down the ceiling, the walls, and go on from there. I believe the upstairs was done in the 60s or after, so I don't think that it's plaster and lav up here, which will be nice. Downstairs plaster and lav. This looks like sheetrock from looking up here. You can kind of see that it's a sheetrock material. So all that will have to come out because we don't want all the water damage gone. So we are looking forward to doing the renovation and planning out more and more downstairs. In phase one of renovating, we're not going to renovate this bathroom, but while we're doing the downstairs bathroom, we'll probably gut this one and rough this bathroom in because the plumbing will be coming up from the downstairs bathroom. So while that one's all torn apart, we should tear this one apart and run all of our rough plumbing so it's already stubbed up to the upstairs, and then later on we can finish this bathroom.
We may have already said this in the house tour video, but we have never had a house that's had more than one bathroom in it. So that is going to be a huge game changer for us. It's going to be really nice, actually. Not that we couldn't have, but we have just never have made it a priority to have two bathrooms. So
there's a little bit of water damage here that needs to all get torn out. And then same with this room. It doesn't look bad, but if you look over here, you can see there's been some water damage. So all these walls need to come out. Same with the ceiling. So the whole upstairs will get gutted. And we'll get this taken care of and cleaned up and looking good. So we need to come up with the master plan for the house, for the whole renovation. So that way when we're doing steps, we can be getting steps ready for the next phase, like the upstairs bathroom. We want to get that all stubbed up and plumbed up, ready with the rough plumbing. So that way when we're going to do it, we're not having to tear apart stuff that we've already done to get that bathroom ready. So we got to have like the main plan in mind.
we do want to keep the built-ins, so we really like them, and then there's a built-in desk over here, but we do want to keep those things, so we want to try to keep what we can and maybe even have some of the wallpaper as an accent wall. But if it has to come down because of what we're doing, it does. But we are going to try to keep what we can that is salvageable. And just when you're trying to do a reno, sometimes you have to take more than you want or not. One of the things I really love is this door, so I want that to stay. And like this, I'm not sure. You could probably do something with that. I don't know. It's all something that we're going to do as we go and figure it all out.
When you're doing renovating and remodeling, you kind of got to be like, go with ebb and flows, like have an idea of what you want to do and what you want to save. But a lot of it depends on what you get into as you're demoing and what you're finding. So once we start tearing everything down, we'll have a better idea on what it's going to look like. So these are all sheetrock, which is nice. I think that's sheetrock. But I feel like when you get over here, this is plaster and lav. But I feel like this is sheetrock. This closet, I want to say, is added later. These might be sheetrock. And the ceilings are probably plaster and lav. So this part of the house, we don't have all the history on it yet, but this part of the house is original to the house. So downstairs, there's a crawl space under this part of the house where Gina is standing back here. There is a full foundation, but it's an original full foundation. It's like granite and stuff and stone. And then this part of the house was moved from somewhere else. So I don't know where this house was original. So this from here over was the original farmhouse here. So that was a small farmhouse. Then from here over, downstairs in the basement has a full basement, poured concrete. So you definitely know it's newer. So I'm wondering if they would have moved the house, if it would have been plaster and lav still, if that would have got gutted. No, it looks like plaster and lav. So if you're moving a house, I wouldn't think that the plaster and lav would like stay up and not break. So once we tear into stuff, we'll figure out more of that history. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see. That's in 1800s. This is an older house. I don't know from where it was originally built or how old it is, but when we tear into the walls, it'll be interesting to see what we find, like historical wise, if you find newspapers buried in the walls, keys, or just old artifacts. So that's always fun when you tear into an old house.
So we do plan on having the bedrooms upstairs, but we are gonna use this other area here for a pantry, like a big walk-in pantry storage area. But we are gonna keep in mind that eventually at some point, someday, that this might want to be a one level, so that way that can be turned back into a bedroom. But at this point we want to have the bedrooms upstairs and then this not, but we're going to keep that stuff in the back of our minds while we're doing all the reno.
This ceiling looks like it might be sheetrocked. So I can see a seam going all the way down, and then if you look, you can see nails.
Oh yeah.
So back in the day when they did sheetrock, originally, it was all nailed in. So this definitely might be sheetrock. So some really nice old features in this house that if we're demoing stuff and we have to move it, we want to save it, like these built-ins. We definitely want to save the material. So these built-ins are not a one-piece built in and then put into the corner. They're actually built in place. So you have all of your trim. These boards are just sitting on a little shelf ledger board right here that's on the sheetrock and not on like a piece of lumber itself. So this we'll have to all take out and save it the best we can, and we could always maybe make a back out of plywood and have like their own little hutches afterwards.
Or like barn boards or something like really cool. Yeah.
So I think that's original to the house.
Love these.
To this part of the house. The kitchen has definitely been redone. I don't know like what era they started doing plywood kitchen cabinets, if it was like the 80s, if it was before that, but this is definitely not from the 1800s.
We actually really like this kitchen. I think it's really super cute. This nice table that was left behind we love, and it's really cozy. Love the old antique stools. One thing we don't like is that cabinet right there. That's kind of makes it hard to, I think if that was gone, this would seem really, really big. Unfortunately, the stove and the oven and stuff does not work. So that is something we are gonna have to redo the kitchen. And when we do redo the kitchen, we're probably gonna bring the dining room and the kitchen into one. And we also need to make sure, you know, I have a dishwasher and we want a farmhouse sink. So this will be redone, and it might have to be done a little sooner than we would like, just because it doesn't have some functional appliances.
So the kitchen remodel will probably be phase 2 or 3 of renovations for the farmhouse. Like Gina was saying, these are the old non-functional built-in oven and stove. And the other thing about them is they're not full size. So we couldn't just replace this with a new oven. It wouldn't fit. And then this is a cabinet, and right behind it is the chimney. So they're not very deep. So one of the things we're thinking is we can tear this all down. The chimney, we believe, is a nice brick chimney, because in the basement it's brick and outside it's brick. So we're hoping that behind this is brick, and then we can have a nice exposed brick chimney in the kitchen. And some of these walls will come down and we'll make that like a main character accent piece for the kitchen.
I have found some really great ideas for having the chimney in the kitchen island. So if that is nice like we think, it's gonna be really cool.
So another nice feature of the whole farm is all the electrical has been redone. We have underground electrical, we got a main panel outside, and then that comes and feeds every building. So the workshop has a new main panel. The big barn has all new electrical. The milking room does, and then the house does too. The house, it's not super new, but it's not from the 1800s. It's from probably the 1960s or 1980s. So at some point we do need to redo that, but it's not old knob and tubing wiring. It's newer wiring, which is good, and it'll be easy to update that. So a lot of you guys probably think we're crazy for starting a new endeavor and moving everything, but we are excited to be coming over to this farm. This is a farm we've been trying to buy for quite a few years now, and we've always loved this farm, even way before that. So we feel very privileged and are excited that we are able to have the farm and just be starting the new adventure over here.
So this is a place that we really prayed about, and we have not gone into this lightly. So we've given this a lot of thought, prayer, and we just really feel like this is in God's timing when this came about. So to some of you it might seem really, really foolish, but this is a place that's really been on our hearts for a very long time. And we are super excited for this new adventure, even how we want to proceed going forward, different things that we're trying to grow, and just all those things. It's not that we want a different place, it was this place. We are going to pull out these braided rugs. We are going to go ahead and roll them up and get them out. This house has been closed up for many, many years, so there is that old house smell. But we're gonna take these out.
So each room in this house downstairs has at least one braided rug in it. We're gonna roll them up, get them out of here, but I'm curious to see as we're rolling them up if there's any old tags to find out if there's a brand on them or how old they are. That is one of the things that I've been very curious about this whole time. It'd be nice if it said where they were manufactured, what they're made out of. I mean, I would think it's gotta be burlap or wool or something.
Oh, it's been there for a while. Look at the floor.
Oh yeah. I'm not seeing any tag. Wow. All right. I was hoping for a tag. Look at that. That's been there a while. Some nice old maple floors for sure. This room's got maple. That room's got maple. So I was also told the upstairs is not original to the house. That was done at some point. And you can see right here that they redid the floor. Must be when they put the stairs in. So this, as you can see, has all been patched with, it's old maple now, but it was new back then.
Something that you might not know about me is I did go to a one-room schoolhouse when I was growing up. So these floors right here, this really brings back old memories because all the floors were this way. And I used to help clean the school during the summers, and we had to mop all the floors with old mops and stuff. So this brings back old memories. So I don't know.
It was the last one-room schoolhouse in the U.S.
Oh yeah, it's all there. Is it gonna fit the doorway?
We're gonna find out. Oh yeah. Pick it up over there, bro.
I don't know if I can pick it up. Oh. Open it up.
We actually had a dining room table just like this before. It wasn't this nice though.
It wasn't.
Whoops.
Oh, you broke it.
Hold it out too far.
Oh, look at the cobweb. Look how pretty.
We're ready for company. This one fits in this room perfectly.
I mean, they're nice colors if they can get cleaned.
Right. Pretty wild just going through a lot of the old stuff, seeing where it's made. So this is an old GE iron made in the USA. We had some old mattresses that we got rid of. These are made in New Hampshire. There's a bed over there that's made in Indiana. This was made in New York. So like everything is all USA made, which is kind of crazy. You don't see that nowadays. Getting it cleaned out. I want to get this other rug out of here. And then we have one more room to clean out to get the rug out. They don't make bed frames like this nowadays. All the old square hardware, back when the nuts used to be squares.
Can you see this being a beautiful laundry room? Thinking the washer and dryer. We also want to keep our clothes in, have a nice place to fold the laundry and not have it in the bathroom but separate. And so this is going to be the perfect room for a laundry room. I have lots of ideas for this room too.
So we're trying to go through everything and stuff that we don't want or need and we can find a home for. Like we have a friend that redoes furniture, so all this stuff is going there. So we'll have a second life, which is awesome. Got some old wide pine boards.
How are you doing?
Oh, we got an old, I think it's a hospital bed or an electric bed, and I plugged it in. I want to see if it works.
Is it doing anything?
It's starting to move that linkage.
Oh, yep, look at it.
And I think you got high gear. Oh, high is just up and down. The bed's right. It says high and low. So I'm like, oh, there's a high gear? No, it just raises and lowers the bed. So then you get your head. Let's see. And then.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Holy moly. That's maxed out there.
I won't be very comfy without that mattress.
No.
Did you think it was gonna work?
I had no idea. There's some switches on the motor. Oh, it's if you want to manually run all these things down there. How high will it go? That's pretty high. It ain't stopped yet.
Sounding kind of funny.
I'm kind of playing because I don't want to have to move it. It's not going to be light. Look at the motor. It's huge. So when I get in the doghouse, I'll have a nice bed to sleep on.
You can put it in the garden and you can really be a garden bed.
Right? Be a good one. Would they call that a mum joke?
I think there's only such things as dad jokes.
We can't go any further. We haven't showed them this building yet.
Oh.
So this is going in the workshop for now. I'll show it to you guys at some other point. Actually, let me see if I can fix that pin. Told you no looking. Ah, it feels so good. We're starting to move some of the stuff. all that stuff went out, so it can have a second life to it. It just feels like we got more space and it's freeing up everything. We got one more rug to roll up. It is nice starting to get all the rooms cleaned out because we can actually see the size of them. And we're getting more and more of ideas of how we can utilize them and set them up. I'm really itching to start demoing and see what's behind and what the bones look like.
You need your crowbar?
Yeah, that really excites me. Soon they'll be coming down.
All right.
Last one. Oh, you can definitely see where this rug was.
Yeah.
It's 2-piece boards right there.
So that's just from the other room? Maybe this room got bigger at one point?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see once we pull everything apart how it's all laid out. So that makes me think as they floored it, and so like they did boards that are say 16 feet long, and they went to there, then they floored this side, but then they would have built that wall afterwards. So I don't think that's a structural wall, because that wall is built on top of that floor. So yeah, once we start opening stuff up, we can kind of see how we can work with stuff and lay everything out. We got the downstairs pretty much cleaned out. So now we get to go upstairs, and I am looking forward to cleaning out the upstairs and getting these carpets out. It's always so rewarding, I feel like, when you take carpets out of old houses. Bunch of dirt.
Unless I bite you.
Out the next hole. Well, the day's kind of gotten away from us. We were outside working on a fencing project. We need to have a lot of the fencing done for the livestock and for the dog, so it was nice out. Gina's parents are over, so we were doing some of that. So now that it's nighttime, we can get out here and start tearing up some of this carpet. Kind of interesting to see how this carpet is stuck on the stairs. There's metal rods. that hold it in place. And now we just gotta see if we can get, ooh. I might need some pliers. And that's how they held it in place, so it's not nailed in place. That's kind of cool. Don't step on those, you'll go for a ride.
Did someone make that up?
I think this is how they used to do it back in the day. Instead of stapling them. Those might be oak. Oak and then pine on your risers. Treads are oak. New York, New York. All right, let's see what we have under this carpet. Looks like plywood underneath. That's what we were expecting. It'd actually be nice. We don't have to worry about pulling out anything else.
Almost.
Close.
Ew.
What?
I don't know.
It's like burlap for a cushion pad.
Oh, there's about the tape.
The plywood's in nice shape, which is awesome.
Ready for some new flooring.
Yep. Might want to screw it down so it doesn't squeak. It's all nailed in place. Two rooms down, one more to go. This thing is a DP Fit for Life Gym Pack 2000 from 1983. Look at these people in their workout clothes. That is a riot.
I like the socks.
You like the socks? I like the shorts. Definitely tell it's from the 80s. And look at, what would you call those things that the ladies used to wear back then?
Like a leotard.
Yeah.
Those are back. All that stuff's probably back in style. So
It probably is. I mean, it's kind of cool. You got your muscle diagram and everything, just their outfits. Like you said, the long socks.
that's all back in.
I think they say Nike on them. That's kind of funny. Well, save the book, but the Gym Pack 2000 has got to leave. All right, tape me. So this floor sags pretty good. You can see it under the drawers. So that tells me we should gut the downstairs room below and see what's going on with these ceiling joists, because we could always straighten them up from below. So I'll have to gut everything and then we can figure out what we need to do up here before we start finishing it off.
We also cleaned off some nice granite steps today. A nice beautiful stone wall. So nice.
Well, it feels good getting it all cleaned up, getting the rugs out. Feels like a nice little milestone and a good place to end.
Yes, there's a lot of little milestones that feel so good.
Yep. Hope you guys like the plans that we're sharing with you. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. This is where we're going to end this video. Thanks for coming along on our farming adventure with us, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.
Bye.